So litigation, by its nature, right, high stakes, high profile, gets a lot of attention. When companies are drawn into litigation, it is very painful, and so that ends up getting, I think, a massively outsized amount of the public relations, right, the press around patents. Um, Large patent portfolios, once they control a space, are pretty rarely litigated. The large companies almost never enforce their patents aggressively in terms of going to patent litigation. And in the big portfolios we've built, there's been a tiny amount of litigation. And what we found is that litigation is in general in game theory, right? When you look at litigation, a litigation is only rational if the two parties have a very different impression of what the outcome is going to be. And so when you've got one or two or three patents, and it's unclear how the claims are going to be interpreted, and there are different ways of doing that. There's a high amount of uncertainty, and so there's a lot of litigation around kind of relatively small patent portfolios. As you start to build to a network of thousands of claims across hundreds of patents, that are targeted around an area, the uncertainty starts to go away. Both parties, you may disagree over what something's worth, but the uncertainty goes away and tend to be worked out not in litigation, but in negotiated processes.